Another concept we learned in multiplication was about multiples of 10. The third graders learned how to multiply by 10. It's just skip counting by tens. They know that if 4 times 10 equals 40, 2 times 10 equals 20, 10 times 1 equals 10, and they can solve their multiplication equations by 10 easily. We also looked at a pattern. We noticed that the digit in the ones place is always a 0 when you're multiplying by a whole 10. They also learned that the multiples of 10, all it means is all of the numbers you say when you skip count by 10. They are all of the products, the answers when you multiply by 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, all of those numbers are multiples of 10. And then we learned how to multiply by multiples of 10. You can break up the number before multiplying. So if they know that 8 times 10 equals 80, if they know this, and they do, they can break up that 80 into 8 times 10 and then multiply by the 3. So, and they know the associative property. They know they can group numbers in different ways. They know the commutative property as well. So what they can do is they can multiply 8 times 3, then multiply by 10. 8 times 3, which is 24. And then 24 tens equals 240. Same thing with 40 times 10. They know that 40 is 4 times 10 times 4. They know that 4 times 4 is 16, and 16 times 10, or 16 tens, is 160. And if they needed to, they could count by tens to get there. But they're soon going to just see the pattern that they're adding a 0. If I have 60 times 4, that is 6 times 10, and then multiply by the 4. And I know that 6 times 4 is 24, and 24 times 10, 24 tens equals 240. The same thing goes for 600, which is a multiple of 10. I know that 6 times 100 equals 600, and then I can multiply by 4. 6 times 4 equals 24, and then 24 times 100 equals 24 100s, which is 2,400. So then the third graders learned how to apply all of their learning and to piece it together with their application. Third graders can apply what they know about expanded form, about the properties, and about multiplication to help them solve. So if they have a problem like 124 times 6, I know that we learned how to solve this equation differently. There are many different strategies to solve, or different ways. But one way that we learned is that we can break this 124 up. We learned the distributive property, and we can do that. And we can break it up into its expanded form. So this would be 100 plus 20 plus 4. And we know the distributive property, so we're going to have to multiply each of those add-ins by 6. I'm going to move this up here so that we have room. So I'm going to distribute. First, I have 100 times 6 plus 20 times 6 plus 4 times 6. This is the exact same equation as 124 times 6. We just wrote it in a different way. And so 100 times 6, 6 100s, that's easy, that's 600. And then we have 20 times 6, we're going to apply what we've learned about multiples of 10. 2 times 6 is 12. So 20 times 6 is 120. And then 4 times 6 is 24. Then we know how to decompose numbers, take them apart. Now we're going to put them back together. 600 Plus 100 is 700. 744 is our product. Then we also solved larger problems. If we have 2 times 134 times 5 here with this problem, we're going to use what we know about the commutative property, associative property, and how we can group numbers. And I'm going to look at this problem first, and I'm going to see 2 times 5, and I know that that's 10. So I know that I can multiply these two first. I'm just going to make that 10. I have 134 times 10. And so now I'm going to break up my 134 into an addition sentence using my distributive property, applying what I learned. So if I have 100, I have 100 plus 30 plus 4, that's 134. And I'm going to multiply that by 10. And I know that I have 100 times 10 plus 30 times 10 plus 4 times 10. And I'm going to use what I learned about multiples of 10 to help me. I'm going to move this up here now. So first, if I have 100 times 10, 100 times 10 is 1,000. And then I have 30 times 10, which is 300, plus 40. And then I'm going to put that together. I have 1,340, and I write that as 1,340. So I hope this helps you understand the concepts and the properties that the third graders learn, and so that you can help them at home with their homework, and they can show you all of their learning.